So he pulled out the tripod in the middle of the valet line, and there we were, set up the interview in front of my car for about 1 minute. Meanwhile, we had people beeping and women screaming. I mean, I can go on and on. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And I love going out with my family, especially a night out in the town. Going to dinner, maybe going to watch a movie, maybe walking around a nice plaza. You know, bottom line is, I love to people watch. I love to see interactions. And really, I love to be able to dial in to see relationships between one person and another. Me and my wife love to do this. You know, we talk about it all the time, and it's just cool. And that's what I do. I mean, a big part of what I do for a living is watching human relations and, you know, physiology and psychology and physicality all comes kind of together into this world. My wife looks at me and she says, you know what, like, you're always watching. And I am. I'm always watching. And first of all, that's good for situational awareness. But the other thing is, you know, keeping your eyes open, you learn so much. So I had an experience a couple of days ago when people stop me all the time and ask me, are you Man of War? Are you your company? I know it. I see you in the ads. I see you in Instagram and Facebook, and I've read your book. So I get stopped pretty often. Not like a movie star, but, you know, pretty often. The other night, we're out, you know, beautiful night. Took out the rolls. I pull into the valet and have a young man kind of rush me and say, hey, can I talk to you? You know, what do you do for a living? And so on. So we started having dialogue. I love the fact that he was just assertive and on a move. By the time I knew it, he had his tripod. Listen, man, he had his tripod parked in the middle of the valet, and he said, come over here, let's go to the front of your car. He guided me in the right direction, pulled out the mic, and there we had about a minute interview. Meanwhile, we had people in the back beeping and a woman screaming, you know, what's the holdup? The fact that this young man was able to post that tripod and had the balls to do it in the middle of a valet line, that's a lot. That says a lot. For me, that's not only balls, but the ability to just say, screw it, okay? I'm going to make this happen. And I started thinking, and later I started really talking to my wife a little bit about this. And we miss that in life. We are not proactive enough as men. We don't do what we must do to get the mission accomplished. We just don't do it. We half-heart everything. We kind of leave things on the table. We start something, we don't finish it. We get nervous. We get worried about what other people are going to think. Certainly, we're not going to park a tripod in the middle of and then post your phone up in the middle of a valet and a busy night in a restaurant. No, you're not going to do that. But guess what? Yes, you should do that. And it's okay. Every once in a while, it's okay to go outside the box, test the limits, get things done. And I admire that. The bottom line is, when everything is said and done, in life, you have two options, either to walk away or to engage. There's no happy medium. No happy medium. And I've said this before, if you're standing still, you're literally regressing day by day by day. But most men, they just don't quite get it. So how do we make this shift? How do we rewire our brain a little bit to start being more proactive? And start placing that tripod in the middle of valet and not giving a crap about what other people say. How do we get to that level? Well, First and foremost, you got to get off your scary zone where you're frightened to do things. I think that's where most men operate. They're scared to push the limit or maybe push a little bit too far. You got to stay hungry. You have to stay driven. And it's okay. Sometimes you have to breach that line. You have to step over that line. Listen, I'm not a proponent of going out there and slowing down traffic and doing things all the time. You don't want to, that are going to cause people to hate you and start getting confusion and anxiety and getting to a point where you don't even want to go out there and do the job. That's not what I'm not a proponent of any of that. But sometimes you have to stay hungry and you have to cross the line and be proactive. And sometimes that helps you overcome your fears. So, with that said, look, I said it already. I think I can't say it any better than that. If it's scary for you, go and try it. If you feel like that's for the other guy, he's the guy that can do that. No, give yourself an opportunity. Give yourself a shot. When everybody is screaming at you, listen, pay no mind. Focus, have a mission, have an objective, and execute on that objective. And don't worry about the rest. Listen, we talk about the warrior's mindset, and he is, and I want you to remember this. If there's any takeaway at all from this, I want you to remember this. A warrior is the eye of the storm. He's the eye of the hurricane, right? Where everything around him could be spinning around, but he is standing still as a rock. He is grounded. His foundation unshakable. So when you get to that level, things around you, let them move, but you stay strong, you stay firm, you stay focused on your objective. So go out there, do scary things, think outside the box. Don't worry about making too much of a plan, because in the end, as Mike Tyson said it, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And you're going to get punched. You're going to get punched in the face hard. But you know what? You're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to figure it out. So don't get so caught up in making a plan. Just go out there and do it, especially if you're just starting whatever it is in life. Starting a business, starting an online channel, starting, whatever it is, starting to sell door to door, starting to sell in a store. It doesn't matter, man. Just get out there. And finally, one thing that has always worked for me is visualization. I visualize myself doing it and everybody around me trying to prevent me from doing it. But guess what? I am, let me say this, I am moving forward regardless of what people say or what people start calling you. Listen, one of the things that you're going to find immediately in the world of the online world, YouTube, Instagram, social media of every kind, it doesn't matter. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that don't agree with you. You're going to have people that just are not good people, right? But who cares? Who gives a crap? You do you. You continue forging ahead. Have a mission in place, but don't have such a tight plan that you can't pivot and overcome. Because like I said, you will get punched in the face. And how you pivot from that, it's going to start forging you and defining who you are. If you are fast on your feet and you're able to make these quick pivots in life, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be faster. You're going to be wiser. So learn from this. Move forward. No matter what, have the balls to do what it takes to win. That's the name of the game. And remember, there's always levels to this game. Once you own one, The next thing is you got to win the next one. Boom. Win the next one. Boom. And you keep on climbing. And it's not about money. It's about personal development, your personal growth. And typically, finances and wealth goes hand in hand with that. All right, gentlemen, if you're connecting with this channel, this way of life, living the warrior lifestyle, living a life with purpose, with drive, really becoming a purpose-driven warrior, I want you to do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on, comment, share the hell out of this content. I would really appreciate it. We're trying to build this channel to be at the top level. We need more men out there who can listen to this message. We need stronger men, stronger fathers, husbands, leaders, and visionaries. And this is what this channel is all about. Until the next one, may God bless.